None shall pass. Archmage Yorkie here, bringing you one of the biggest lies ever since I had not built
Mysterious and a bit unsettling. What to do?
Now, let's return, as we are doing, to Hogwarts Legacy. I've just helped my goblin friend, Lodgok, retrieve a helmet. Interesting fight as well there. All those nasty wizards. Anyway, let's have a look at our journal. The Shadow of the Estate. Medium in Felcroft. Yes, that's not what we're doing right now. Attend divination class during the day to get Descendo. We will do that right now. Map. Hogwarts. In we go. Let us see if we can divine the future.
Off on another adventure, are we?
It's a Revelio.
People feel at liberty to talk about anything.
What is that?
Ironically, I didn't see ahead of
I will try not to cough too much, but forgive me, I have a slight cold going on. The two of birds. Knew not this deck. Couple reading. I'll tea leaf reading rather. At least the professor was pleasant. I never knew whether I trusted divination or not.
Oh, nice. So knowledgeable.
What do we have here?
I hope those assignments were challenging.
I've completed all of my tasks, Professor Onai.
Very well done. Although I must admit, I did have something of a premonition that you would follow through. Now, as you have no doubt sharpened your perception by completing my assignment, I am curious, based upon the knowledge that one's present and even one's past may reveal traces of what is to come. What do you see in your own future?
Power. Triumph. Yes, power.
I see good things. After all, the future's mine for the taking, and I shall take what I must.
The future is not etched in stone.
No.
It can be carved out by those with very strong wills. And you do seem to possess one. But this talk of tomorrow should not divert us from your present success. I shall inform our good deputy headmistress of your exemplary performance.
Thank you.
And if that performance is any omen of what your future may hold, then I, for one, see great things. Channel your magic towards your targets.
A little close, I missed one there, but we made it.
You have it. Now, why not practice the new spell on the training dummy?
Descendo!
Excellent. I think you have it.
Levioso! Descendo!
At some point, you must stop preparing and put your newly honed skills to the test.
Indeed.
Outside of the classroom.
Now, what else? Conjuration, 2 conjuration spellcrafts would be good. But Flipendo, Grow and Harvest Fluxweed, I do not have that yet. Defindo. An invisibility potion. And the butterflies. Chasing butterflies could be a little fun side step. Oh, Sirona wants to see me. That is somewhere we are going. Sirona I consider a decent friend and a competent ally. If she needs help, then I must go to her.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Especially as I gain more power. It becomes less excuse ever for avoiding helping your allies, your friends, and those weaker than you.
I'll fix him, that charm grinder.
Sir, is everything all right?
How kind of you to ask. The name's Ackley Barnes, and no, it is not. I'm plotting a sort of revenge against my ex-business partner, a conniving fiend by the name of Alfred Lawley. He cut me out of our herbology supply business just as we were getting started. Said I was too volatile to work with. I'll show him volatile.
You sound like a bully. I can certainly see why.
see why he said that. You do seem angry.
Of course I'm angry now, in large part due to his absurd overreaction to what is simply passion for my work. Supercilious fool, he's passionate about things too, as I intend to remind him by relieving him of his prized possession. A venomous tentacula he's grown from a seedling that was to be the keystone of our business venture. I can't get anywhere near it with Ruth Singer watching me like an augury. Lawley's doing, no doubt. But no one would suspect a student. How would you feel about committing some grand plant larceny?
Breaking rules worries me not, but no, I'm not doing this for you.
I'm not sure this is something a student should be doing on your behalf.
Oh, it's nothing. And he deserves it. Trust me. He'll be in and out of there in no time.
Never mind, I'll find
Very
another way.
well.
Make an
see what I can
excuse.
do.
Excellent.
I have no interest in
I shall
helping
be
you.
right here. All I ask is that you bring me the venomous tentacula.
You can ask all you want. You're nothing but a bully.
Remember, I just need that venomous tentacula.
Rid of it. Where were we? Sirona. And indeed.
Mr. Barnes will only get in trouble going down this path. I need to find another way to get him a venomous tentacula.
No, we need to ignore him. He's a bully. He can get in all the trouble he wants.
Oh, please tell me you have an answer for me about the butterfly.
Hello, Sirona. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgog?
I did, thank you. We had a good conversation. He sends you his best.
Glad to hear it. I shan't ask for details of your little chat.
No, I don't think he wants to
And
be
I'll
sharing.
refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be, whatever your plans.
Of course. Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something?
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favour for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
All right.
I don't believe I've met Mrs. Sprottle.
She's lovely. Her late husband Aidan was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stay with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked.
Then I shall go see her, please.
Pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion.
No problem.
And you could retrieve something of mine in the process. A box, full of old letters and such.
Why does Mrs. Sprottle have a Wiggenweld supply?
Why does Mrs. Sprottle keep a supply of Wiggenweld
Just out
potion
of
on hand?
curiosity, I'm going to
Dot's
help
a
you.
skilled potioneer. She's been supplying travelling vendors with Wiggenweld potion.
Someone good to know.
An ordinary precaution that has, unfortunately, become a necessity, what with Ranrock's
Absolutely.
loyalists disrupting the trade routes.
Why did you leave your box of letters there, if you don't mind me asking, Sirona?
Why did Mr. and Mrs. Sprottle have your box of letters after all this time?
It's one of a few that I had when I was young. Dot found it when she was clearing out a closet. Can't
Lost
imagine
mementos.
what's in there. Probably terribly theatrical. Ramblings of a teenage witch and her friends.
Nothing
You're
wrong with
welcome
that.
to take a peek inside, if you do find it. To be honest, I'd imagine it contains some lovely memories.
Right, then I shall stop by
I'll
for
try
you.
to go and see her when I can.
It would mean the world to me, and to Dorothy. Aidan was bringing the box of letters to me when he was taken ill. Dot can tell you where he might have dropped it.
That's fine.
You'll find the hamlet just north of Hogsmeade. Please do give Dot my love.
Let me see if there's anywhere that we can fast travel to. Excuse me. Just north of Hogsmeade, all the way up there. I'm not sure that's just north, but for you, Sirona, that's not a problem. I doubt that I can take up in Hogsmeade.
Revelio. Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade? Accio.
Up we go. Little cross-country trip. We'll see if there's anything of interest. Ah!
Expelliarmus, Levioso, Descendo, Confringo. Expelliarmus, Descendo, Confringo, Levioso. Levioso, Confringo.
Dug bog tongue. Those things are mean. That's it.
It's been ages since I found anything worth poaching near Cragcroft. Perhaps I shall scout around Fellcroft for something to poach.
Will you? Poachers, are you?
Expelliarmus,
I'll get that goblin help back. Hopefully for rummaging your corpse. It isn't Nora Treadwell's precious little guard.
Descendo.
All right, companion. No.
Your poaching days are over.
There's another trial of Merlin. Oh, we have new goggles. Let's see how they look. I do not like the look of them. I like them better.
Revelio. Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin.
All right. Let's do it. What do we need?
Expelliarmus! Confringo! Descendo! Confringo!
Where are we missing some?
Descendo! Confringo! That's that. Settled.
Is it? Yes, it is. Another Merlin trial completed. Another Merlin trial, nicely completed there. Let's take to the broom, I think.
Upper Hogsfield. Now where to find Mrs. Sprottle?
What are you up to now?
What is here? It's a notice board. Warning, dog box sighting. Be careful. Fine. We took one down. Ah, yes. Splitting the wood.
Not sure how I'd fare it.
Shane Bardolph thought dark magic was the answer. I reckon Rookwood's played a hand in his disappearance.
Hello, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked me if I'd come and see you.
Hello, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aidan used to collect hawklumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh,
how many do you need?
Thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him.
That is sad.
If you wouldn't mind gathering some hawklumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
No problem.
I can certainly try and find some for you.
That would be wonderful. I'm worried about the travelling vendors and would love to get them more Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aidan died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aidan took ill when he was collecting hawklumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather hawklumps and collect the box of letters there.
I thought that might be the case. What was Sirona like when she was my age?
Sirona said she lived with you during the summers when she was at Hogwarts. What was she like?
Goodness. Well, she was almost exactly like she is now. Charming, good head on her shoulders, taking care of everyone.
Does not surprise me.
I can't tell you the fun we had when she and her friends would visit us during the year, all buzzing about, practicing charms. Talented group. Her friend Mirabelle was a genius in the garden. Learned it all from her muggle parents, if you can believe it.
Believe it. I believe it. There's a lot of prejudice in the wizarding world against muggles and other races. It shouldn't be. What was in the box of letters?
Do you remember anything about the letters you put in the box?
Oh, of course. A few letters from some of her school friends. Some nice memories.
Nice.
I even included a letter Sirona had written to me when she was staying with us. Thought she might enjoy reading it. I know when I read writing from my youth, I'm always astonished at how much I've changed, and yet remain the same.
Well, thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those hawk lumps. I and the vendors I help would greatly appreciate it.
I shall do everything in my power. And there we are.
This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned.
Can't figure out why there's such a fuss over poaching. Enough dumb beasts for everyone.
Expelliarmus, Leviosa, Descendo.
Oh, too hard.
Leviosa, Confringo. Expelliarmus.
To get my claws out.
Leviosa, Descendo. Confringo.
Those who are evil often suspect themselves of being more powerful than they are. Oh, clumps. Oh, clumps. Oh, Clump Hollow. Let us see what's in here. How deep is this cave, I wonder?
Better have a look around. See about the hawk clumps and the box of letters. Confringo! Getting there. Just a few more hawk clumps to harvest.
Need 10. It seems there's a passage this way. But maybe not. Or maybe I must do something to get there.
Descendo! Confringo!
Yes, there is.
Descendo! Confringo!
A tan nightcap. Let us see. Okay, not for that though. Not for the look at least. That will work. I believe this is weaker, isn't it? Yes. We must sell our stuff at some point. While we run out of spaces.
Almost there. One more hawk clump to harvest. That's all the hawk clumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased.
And we can gather some from ourselves.
Confringo!
Is there anything we're missing here? Before we go down there. Yes, there's a tunnel. Rustic garb. Looks like it might be an outfit. Possibly one worth wearing. Let us see. I like it. A more colourful tartan. Yes. I'm English, not Scottish, so it is not in clan colours, obviously, but still. Through we go. We will go downwards.
Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether.
Expelliarmus, Levioso. Descendo.
Ow! Boo.
Expelliarmus. Expelliarmus, Levioso, Confringo. Descendo.
Boo!
Expelliarmus, Levioso, Confringo. Descendo.
Wrong key, but we have it.
Expelliarmus. Levioso, Descendo, Confringo. Expelliarmus, Confringo. Levioso, Descendo.
Ow, you swine.
Expelliarmus. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Expelliarmus.
Boo!
Expelliarmus. Descendo.
No! No! I have but one potion left.
Expelliarmus.
No! We're almost down.
Descendo. Confringo. Expelliarmus, Levioso. Descendo. Expelliarmus, Levioso.
Move! No! They got me. Retry.
That's all the Hawk Clumps for now.
Well,
Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased.
We'd gone past there. And now we go into here.
Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether.
Expelliarmus, Descendo, Confringo.
Wine got me.
Levioso, Descendo, Confringo, Expelliarmus.
Come on.
Expelliarmus.
Oh, you brute. Why won't it roll? Am I on the wrong key? I may be on the wrong key. I'm done. Alright, it's time to turn on the other.
That's all the Hawk Clumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased. Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether.
Expelliarmus, Descendo. Levioso.
Damn it. You hit me.
Expelliarmus, Confringo. Levioso, Expelliarmus, Confringo.
I'm roll. Why won't you let me roll?
Expelliarmus, Confringo.
Let me roll.
Expelliarmus, Levioso.
Come on.
Confringo. Levioso, Expelliarmus. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Levioso.
Get away from there.
Confringo. Expelliarmus.
Move.
Descendo.
Descendo does nothing against him. Move.
Confringo. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Descendo.
will you? I'm on the wrong key. It's like a steam train.
Expelliarmus. Confringo. Potato. Descendo. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Descendo.
Not the right area.
Expelliarmus. Confringo.
Got him at last.
That was a close one.
Yes, and I used all of my Wiggenweld. That was not good. But at least I can make more. And I have more troll buggies, whatever good they are. More Ditsney leaves. Going to need them.
Confringo.
Not get through there. Must be through there then. Unless
Descendo. Confringo.
through there. I have it.
Descendo.
Where am I meant to be going? I cannot go that way now. Hall clump. Good. More hall clump juice. Come on. It's Lumos, isn't it?
Lumos.
There we are. I was forgetting. Cerulean rivet gloves. Alright. But this has still not brought me to the letters. Oh, I can get through there. But it was locked against me. That's still a forbidden forest.
This must be Sirona's box of letters.
I admit to a little confusion here. It says I have 0 out of 5 of Sirona's letters. But I just picked up a box of letters. We can go this way. I I am confused by the 0 out of 5 of Sirona's letters when I just picked some boxes. I'm sure it will make sense in time.
Expelliarmus!
Leviosa!
You're the little sod that saved Treadwell.
Whack!
Expelliarmus!
Reduction!
Descendo!
I've seen bigwigs in the city.
Expelliarmus!
Right gymnastics.
Learn that in
You got me. Almost had you, but you got me.
Call out for me all you want. I shall be off spending my spoils in Hogsmeade.
They come after me, they'll rest in 10 graves.
Petrificus totalis!
Shame nobody saw that.
It's good that nobody saw it. It might not have worked. Instruction 2. I'm uncertain what the collection does for me, but it's there all the same. Well, I beat the troll.
Better have a look around, see if I can find that box of letters.
I did find it. Are we confused? That's where we beat the troll. That's where we've just come around.
Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether.
We did. We fought it and we beat it.
Descendo!
Hang on. Ah. Dear Sirona, when I arrived here, I had a troubling sense But in many ways, I wasn't like the other first years. I confess I worried that Hogwarts might not have been the proper place for me and pondered sending an owl to my parents, asking them to fetch me almost before the first week of classes had ended. How did you know? I presume you're not secretly a Legilimens, but I wondered if you seemed to know my thoughts better than I did myself. That day in the Three Broomsticks, when you spotted me huddled in a corner, staring blankly at an untouched butterbeer and an empty bit of parchment, my quill dripping ink woefully onto the floor, and you came to sit with me, well, I shall never forget it. I recall a sudden sense of relief, as if someone had cast a levitation charm on me. When you told me about how nervous you'd been to come to Hogwarts, I looked at you and it seemed beyond my imagination to think of you as anything but a confidant. Contented witch sitting before me. Competent, contented witch sitting before me. In the days that followed, I marvelled at how you charmed, in the non-magical sense, I mean, everyone around you without apology, embracing who you were and who they were. It was as though a candle had flickered on for me. I realised that I could choose that path as well. Now that my school years are ending, the frightened first-year witch I had been seems worlds away. And I know it's because you saw yourself in that despairing creature in the corner of the pub and so generously extended yourself to her. Yours sincerely, Mirabelle. Yes, please tell Miss Sprottle that I still plan on visiting her and Mr. Sprottle whenever I can. For their delightful conversation, and I am ashamed to admit her incomparable cauldron cakes. Dear Sirona, I conjured this wee gift for you as a token of my gratitude. You had stood your ground on my behalf during Quidditch practice last week. I might have left the team altogether, and now we've won the Quidditch Cup. Ravenclaw House would not be the same without you. Go on. My dear Sirona, I've sent a note separately to dear Mr. and Mrs. Sprottle for their hospitality, but felt the need to put Quill's parchments with my thanks for you as well. The lovely respite from the castle. I won't soon forget how we giggled about that ridiculous gnome. Did he truly believe that he was singing? And Mr. Sprottle's bacon kidney pie was simply glorious. I shall be dreaming of it for days. I so appreciate you including me. I fear I must warn you, however, this does not mean I will go easy on you in next week's match. You know that Ravenclaw is no match at all for Slytherin this year. Most gratefully yours, Philomena. See, even rivals can be friendly. That's respect to her. Dear Sirona, happy birthday, my darling friend. I sneaked into the kitchens and asked Frankie to make your favourite, cream crowdie. She was delighted to oblige. Not sure where she got raspberries at this time of year. Genius, that Frankie. Bless. Dear Mrs. Sprottle, Mother and Father were delighted to hear that you and I had spent the afternoon at Gladrags last Saturday. Truth be told, I think my mother was ever so slightly envious. I shan't soon forget how heartily we laughed at my efforts to lace the bodice of my new dress. A challenge indeed, as the rather delicate practice of properly situating a hat pin without wounding either my hat or my head. I adore everything that we selected, and I have you to thank for now feeling like a marvellously fashionable witch. It was also a treat to dine at the Three Broomsticks without having to clear the tables. I shall own a place like that one day. You will indeed. Mark my words, I consider myself more than lucky that you and Mr. Sprottle agreed to let me stay. I know that my parents feel precisely the same way.
I think that's everything.
And indeed a lovely witch.
Sirona will be glad to have this back.
Descendo!
No.
I should investigate.
Bardo Beaumont should have returned by now. Had by dark wizards he was.
Mrs. Sprottle. I have good news.
Hello, Mrs. Sprottle. I have good news. I was able to harvest some hawk clumps for you, and I found Sirona's box of letters.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion. And Sirona will be delighted to have those letters. How kind of you. Now you be careful heading back to Hogsmeade.
I should take this box of letters to Sirona. She'll be glad to have it back.
Yes, but first let's see what's going on over here.
Ranrock's loyalists are a menace.
I couldn't help but overhear. Did you mention Ranrock's loyalists?
I did. Never imagined they'd act this deadly. I'm Claire Beaumont, by the way.
Nice to meet you.
Ranrock and his followers have set up camp here. No regard for our beloved hamlet or our livelihoods. Ruthless.
Yes.
My brother Bardolph dared to stand up to them and ended up in St. Mungo's. I'm simply at my wit's end.
What happened to your brother?
How did your brother Bardolph end up in St. Mungo's?
Bardolph had spent the entire day hand-picking herbs and roots for us. When a group of Ranrock's lot appeared and demanded the harvest for themselves, Bardolph refused. In their anger, they hurled him against a rock and robbed him. The moment he left St. Mungo's, he vowed revenge. I worry he may be dabbling in magic that he will one day regret.
Where did the Loyalists set up camp?
You said Ranrock's loyalists have set up camp here. Where, precisely?
To the south, across the river. Last I heard, there were several loyalists in each camp. I won't go near them.
Why don't you leave Upper Hogsfield? It's dangerous for you.
Why don't you simply leave the area for now?
Upper Hogsfield is my home. Bardolph and I grew up here. No, we are standing firm. Once my brother returns, then we shall decide what to do next. He's gone to seek Victor Rookwood's advice. I didn't approve of that idea, but perhaps in the end it will help.
I would not trust Rookwood. I could run them
I'm
out.
unfortunately quite familiar with Ranrock's loyalists. Perhaps I can do something.
Much as I would love to be rid of them, I wouldn't want you to risk injury, or worse. Please be cautious.
We shall, and we shall take our time to get there, but
have to live in fear.
we will do it in time. In the meantime, let us return to Sirona.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Revelio.
Must always stroke the cats.
Aloha Mora.
Ah, this is honeydews. Locked and not with a level of lock. Okay.
Revelio.
it seems that at the bank or post office here, there should be something. Not.
Revelio.
Befriend all the cats. Even if they are never your friend. Befriend them anyway. Alright, Sirona. We have what you need.
Please tell me you have an answer for me about the
Hello, Sirona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some hawk lumps for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
May I ask you about them?
I wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course. It appears most of the letters were from fellow students.
Were you on the quiz? I don't wish to know that. Is Mirabelle Professor Garlic?
I saw a letter from someone named Mirabelle. Is that Professor Garlic?
It is. Still one of my dearest friends. I know she wouldn't mind you having seen that letter. She and I are of a similar mind, especially when it comes to young people. We believe experience to be an invaluable teacher. To borrow a phrase from Mirabelle, it's a joy to see anyone blossom, but particularly one who doubted they ever would.
Nice. Mrs. Sprottle and you as close as you seem.
I spotted a letter from you to Mrs. Sprottle. You two seem to have a lot of fun together.
We do. She taught me so much during my summers with her and Aidan. I shall be the first to admit that adolescents aren't always the easiest to understand, and not everyone was as kind to me as the Sprottles. But the depth of their kindness, and that of so many of my friends, got me through...
Yes.
Well, got me through some challenging times, to put it mildly.
I can only imagine. Happy to help.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aidan. Thank you, again, for helping her, and for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.
One talent.
Folks still talk about you taking down that troll in the village circle. You certainly made an impression.
Not the last one we've taken down, that's for sure. Right, then, my friends, we will rejoin next time here. For now, you may pass. Very well.